question 3. Two circles K1 and K2 touch externally. The equation of circle K1 is x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 2y minus 15 is equal to 0. Find the center and the radius of K1. Now, to be honest, no excuses here, guys. Okay, the equation of any circle is x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. And the center of that circle is minus g minus f. So from here we can see that 2g is minus 6, so g is minus 3. So minus g is going to be plus 3. 2f is equal to 2. F is 1. So minus f is going to be minus 1. That's the center. And the radius, r, is the square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. Again, in the log tables. So r is just the square root of 9, 3, g is minus 3, so minus 3 squared plus 1 squared minus c. Now c in this case is minus 15, so you will add 15. What do we get here? R is the square root of 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 15, so it's the square root of 25, so R is 5. Okay, very straightforward, 5 marks just given away. Okay, the second bit. The centers of the two circles, I'm actually going to get some space here, so we know what, so 3 minus 1 and 5, okay? So the center of that is 3 minus 1 and the radius is 5. Okay. Now, the centers of the two circles lie on the line 4x plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. Okay, so the centers, so you have a K2 as well, and they touch, you're told that they touch externally. So let's have a quick look. So there's one with the center 3 minus 1. It has, and there's another circle, they touch externally, and we know that those two centers lie on the line whose equation is 4x plus 3y minus 9. 4x plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. Okay. Now we do also know that if two circles touch externally, the distance between them, their centers, is equal to the sum of their radiuses. That's obviously 5, and that'll be R2 and C2. Okay? And we also know that they lie on the line 4x plus 3y minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, the radius of circle K2 is 10. Okay, so I didn't draw that one very well, so K2 is obviously a heck of a lot bigger. But I'm not going to do it now, I'll put in 10. The radius of K2 is 10, and if the coordinates of the center are expressed in the form minus g minus f, so we're going to do what they said, so minus g minus f, the coordinates of the center, show that 3 plus g all squared plus f minus 1 squared is equal to 225. Okay? Right. Well, again, think about what you know. You know that the distance, if two circles touch externally, that means the distance between their centers, the distance between 3 minus 1 and minus g minus f, the distance between those 2 points has to be equal to 15. The sum of the two radiuses, R1 plus R2. That, you use your formula for the distance, so that's the square root of x1, y1, x2, y2, the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared is equal to 15. Okay, let me see what you're supposed to be proving 3 plus g, yeah, okay. Now, unfortunately, I've just chosen it by pure coincidence. I've labelled x1, y1 and x2, y2 the wrong way. Well, not the wrong way around, but they're not. It's not going to give you the exact answer straight away. Okay. It would have been easier, I think, if you recognise at this stage. Let's call that one x1, y1, and that one x2, y2. We'll get exactly the equation that they want. But since we've done it this way, I will just show you anyway. So that can be written, actually we'll just get rid of the square root now. We'll square both sides. So we have minus g minus 3 all squared plus minus f plus 1 squared is equal to 15 squared. So all I did was I squared that side and I squared that side. Now, minus g minus 3 all squared is the same as saying minus g plus 3 all squared, because minus g minus 3 is minus g minus 3. And when you square a minus number, you just get the positive version of it. In other words, minus 5 squared is the same as saying 5 squared, because the minuses multiply to give you a plus. So minus g plus 3 squared will give you just g plus 3 squared. Similarly, because I'm assuming they have the 1 minus f as well, and what they want, your f minus 1, yeah. Similarly, I can write minus f plus 1 as minus f minus 1. And then we square it, okay? And again, when you square that, that's minus f minus 1 multiplied by minus f minus 1, which is just f minus 1 squared is equal to 15 squared. So that's what they wanted you to prove. It comes from the distance formula. If I had labelled them x1, y1 and x2, y2, I would get exactly what they wanted straight away here, and I just have to get rid of the square root. Because I labelled them the other way around, I had to do a little bit of just rejigging to show that minus g minus 3 squared is the same as minus bracket g plus 3 squared. And when you square that, you get rid of the minus. Any questions, again, ask me on Monday, okay? Yeah, because I've just read that we're closed until Monday. Anyhow, okay, so we're gonna record that fact and do the rest of the question. So to record that fact, it was g plus 3 squared plus f minus 1 squared was equal to 2, 2, 5. Okay? Now we still haven't acknowledged another fact that they've told us, that this point lies on this line. If a point lies on a line, that means when you put in its x value for the x and its y value for the y, it fits into the equation. Okay? So again, minus 4g minus 3f minus 9 equals 0, or you can multiply everything by minus 1 and get 4g plus 3f plus 9 equals 0. So I'm assuming, you need to read the question, but we have two equations, two unknowns. They probably want us to solve them. The next question was, hence or otherwise find the possible equations of K2. So to find K2, we need G and F. So we have an equation with G and F, and we have an equation with G and F. So basically all we have to do is solve those two equations. We have a quadratic and we have a linear. So what we need to do is we need to get the linear, get one of the variables in terms of the other, and then put it back into this one. Okay? We could multiply this out. Doesn't really matter what way we do it. Sure, I'll leave it the way it is. Let's look at this. So then let's get 4g is equal to minus 3f minus 9. So g is minus 3f minus 9 over 4. Okay? Now, here we have g plus 3. So we're going to put g, instead of g, sorry, we're going to put minus 3f minus 9 over 4 plus 3 squared plus f minus 1 squared is equal to 225. So let's have a look at this. If you want to add two numbers, you need to put them over the same fraction. So if I want to put that over 4, I need to multiply the top by 4 and the bottom by 4. That becomes a plus 12. So we have a minus 3f minus 9 plus 12. Now minus 9 plus 12 is plus 3. So we have 3 minus 3f over 4 squared plus f minus 1 squared is equal to 225. So let's square this. So a number squared is the number multiplied by itself. And from that we get, we're going to get it over 16. We get 9 minus 9f minus another 9f, so minus 18f. And a minus 3 by minus 3 becomes a plus 9f squared. Plus f squared minus 2f plus 1 equals 225. Okay, so we're going to multiply by 16 to get rid of the fractions. So we're going to get 9 minus 18f plus 9f squared, multiplying that by 16, plus 16f squared minus 32f plus 16 is equal to 3600. Right, and oops, I'll log this out now. So then we have, let's tidy that up. So we have 16f squared plus 9f squared, so 25f squared, 25f squared, minus 18f and minus 32f is minus 40f, sorry, minus 50f, apologies, minus 50f, we have a 9 and a 16, so that's a plus 25. Plus 25 equals 3600. Subtract the 3600. 25f squared minus 50f minus 3575 is equal to 0. So that's f squared minus 2f. And 3575 divided by 25, should know it, but 143 minus 143 is equal to 0. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight with the minus b formula, or even just look at, oh, no, we'll do the minus b formula. So minus b, which becomes plus 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 by a by c, all over 2a. So we get 2 plus the square root of 4 all over 13. 13, and if we go back and we put in the minus version, we get minus 11. Okay, so we have two answers. So f is either 13 or f is minus 11. We do get two circles. Now, what was our relationship between f and g? Oh dear, I've taken that out. What was g? You had, what was it? G was something over 4. It was minus, was it minus 3 f minus 9 over 4? Let me just check the equation again. It was, they were on the line 4x plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. So that was minus 4g minus 3f minus 9 equals 0, or 4g plus 3f, let me write it down, so it was 4g plus 3f is equal to 9, or was it equal to 9, I think? No, plus 9 equals 0. So 4g, so g was equal to minus 3f minus 9 over 4. I was right. Okay. So g is minus 3f minus 9 over 4. So g is minus 39 minus 9, which is minus 48 over 4. So g is minus 12. Or g is minus 33. No, plus 33 when you put minus 11 in. So plus 33. 33 take away 9 is 22 over, hang on a second, yeah, minus 3 times minus 11, take away 9 over 4. So you get a half in the answer. Let me just double check that that is right. 33, g is minus 3, that's plus 33. 33 take away 9 is 22. Not sure about that one. I'll check that in a second. Right, one of the answers, f is 13 and g is 12. F is minus 13. Sorry, f is 13 and g is minus 12. The other one, f is 11. F is minus 11 and g is 6. Oh yeah, sorry. 33 take away 9 is 24, isn't it? 24 over 4, which is 6. Okay. 6. So what's the center of the circle then? In one case, the center of the circle is minus g minus f, and in the other case, the center of the circle is minus g minus f. Okay, so there are your two answers. Okay. And they wanted the equations, but again, you know that the radius of that circle was 10. So the equations are going to be x minus 12 squared plus y plus 13 squared is equal to 100, and x plus 6 squared plus y minus 11 squared is equal to 100 is the other one. Okay, so that should be straightforward.